I just visited an Orthodox monastery for the very first time with my girlfriend, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about that experience. Right when you drive in, it's a very small monastery. You drive in, Father Stephen was waiting for us, and he invited us into more of the living quarters, just his home basically. And he offered us a dragon fruit drink with ginger inside of it, which was delicious. That was bomb. And I don't even know why I'm bringing that up, but aside from that, there happened to be a priest of an Orthodox church 15 miles around here, and he brought his godparents who also were visiting the monastery. So it was kind of like a mini tour guide of like five. There was only five or six of us. And the first thing we did is he took us outside to the garden, and I'm not sure what you call it, if you'd call it like a gazebo, but around this gazebo and these these few icons that were actually imported from Serbia were a bunch of redwood trees. And he told us how he planted over 100 redwood trees almost 50 years ago, and only 3 of those redwood trees merged together. The roots were entangled together, and none of the other redwood trees did that. Only these 3 right here. And it was beautiful because it resembled the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And inside of those trees was an icon of the Trinity. And it was I feel like that was probably my favorite part. And it was just such a profound feeling. It's a deep sense, it was a deep conviction. I can't speak it. I can't explain it. It's not like a surface level, it was beautiful, I felt God. No, it was everywhere you go. There was deer just all over the monastery, just living life, no one was in the way. There was deer, there was wildlife, there was birds, you could hear the chirps of the birds. It was so peaceful. And there were hundreds of icons all the way from Serbia, from Italy, from Greece, from Jordan. There was icons everywhere, all over the monastery. There were mosaics. It was the most beautiful thing ever. And he gave us a quick tour. It was, again, very small monastery. The tour was only 2 hours long. And then we had lunch, which was really good. It was just chicken and potatoes. Nothing special, but it was just really good. And we just talked. We really just had an honest conversation. Talked about life, and how the monastery has had trouble with the neighbors. The neighbors were angry atheists, and the atheists obviously do not like the monastery or the monastics, and they have been for the last 25 years trying to kick Father Stephen out. And he's been fighting with all of his life, and it's pretty heartbreaking to hear the stories and the things that he has had to endure just to live a peaceful life as a monk. And then he brought us into the chapel, the very small, I think you'd call it a chapel. It was like a small church where they do the very, very small private liturgies. And let me tell you, that was the deepest sense of the Holy Spirit of God that I have ever felt in my life. It's almost like my breath was literally taken away. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed in my life. There were icons all around the entire thing. And again, I'm not Orthodox, but this is really leaning me in the right direction of Orthodoxy. And this was completely unrelated, but one of the tour guests was like, "Do you have any relics?" And he's like, "Yeah, we got a couple. Let me bring them out." And he brought out Saint Nicholas's finger bone. I don't know which finger, but the decayed finger bone of Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus. And he brought out I think it was the toe bone, one of the toe bones of another saint. I forgot his name. I wish I remembered, but I venerated both those icons. Which, by the way, my first time seeing a relic in person. It's literally Saint Nicholas's finger bone. It just blew my mind. That whole experience was amazing. I'm so glad I went. And my message to you is, whoever you are, whether you're Orthodox, even if you're not Christian, whoever you are, wherever you come from, all are welcome. I'm not Orthodox. My girlfriend's not Orthodox, but we still went and visited, and it was the most welcome, warm, inviting feeling ever. And not to mention, it's like talking with normal people, like these monks and these Father Stephen, he's just a normal person. He's just a normal old guy. He reminds you of like a teddy bear. He's just almost like your grandpa. And so my message to you, whoever you are, go visit a monastery. You know, I'm very fortunate. The one that we visited, only 25 minutes away from home. So we're very fortunate about that. But outside of that one, like the next one is literally 3+ hours away. So like, go take a day trip. If you live in California, there are a lot of monasteries, a lot of them that you can go visit. You can take a little day trip. Go visit a monastery. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever your background is, go visit a monastery. It will change your life.